Some guns were born into ridicule. Others earned their spot on the wall of shame through clunky design, poor reviews, or flat-out bad timing. But what happens when those same firearms start outperforming expectations? In this video, we'll talk about 6 models that were once the butt of every joke, but are now winning over range junkies, hunters, and even hardened skeptics. From the high-point Yeet Cannon's transformation into a budget-friendly beast, to the Kel-Tec Sub 2000 Gen 3's clever fixes that silenced a decade of complaints, these underdogs are rewriting their own legacies. If you love underdog stories, or if you're simply looking to purchase underrated rifles and pistols that offer the best bang for your hard-earned buck, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. The Hi-Point YC9, commonly known as the Yeet Cannon, caused a collective eye roll when it was named through an online poll. People used to dismiss Hi-Point pistols as oversized, awkward, and bound for ridicule. In 2025, this pistol has found a dedicated following because it's proven to be surprisingly functional. The company always aimed at folks who rely on a firearm for real-life security without the typical high price tag. This model modernizes their long-standing blowback 9mm with a fixed threaded barrel, updated polymer frame, and a 10-round double-column magazine. The slide is still hefty, and the takedown method feels old-fashioned, yet owners who've actually put rounds through it keep praising its performance. It delivers decent accuracy thanks to its fixed barrel, and shooters report that the striker-fired trigger becomes far more manageable with time. It's no showpiece, but it can put shots on target. The improved grip safety, replaceable front sight, and ability to mount optics have helped it step away from the joke category and closer to a dependable budget sidearm. No one is claiming it's refined, but it's effective in the roles that matter. Critics who once mocked it for its clumsy shape and bargain basement feel are discovering that it's a workhorse. It's heavy, but that weight helps tame recoil. It isn't pretty, but it doesn't have to be. At just $229 for MSRP, it puts reliable self-defense into the hands of folks who otherwise might have nothing. In an era when many want a no-frills tool, the YC9 satisfies that requirement without pretense. Its affordability, durability, and decent performance mean it's earned a spot in more than a few safes, and it has also shifted how many view Hi-Point as a brand. This pistol is still called the Yeet Cannon, but the joking has been tempered by folks who've run it through its paces. It might rattle a bit, but it gets the job done. The Kel-Tec Sub 2000 launched years ago to a lukewarm reception, which wasn't a surprise. People in the community don't take Kel-Tec firearms seriously, and the early Sub 2000 models had odd ergonomics, awkward recoil, and a folding design that forced owners to remove their optics before collapsing the rifle. Many saw it as a novelty rather than a useful carbine. Things changed with the Gen 3. Kel-Tec solved the biggest complaint by introducing a rotating forend, allowing shooters to keep optics mounted even when folded. The rest of the design remained lightweight and budget-friendly, but it felt more polished this time around. In addition to its older chamberings, making it available in 5.7 by 28mm gave the Gen 3 a big boost. That round is flat shooting with low recoil, so it pairs nicely with a folding platform meant for compact carry and quick deployment. A standard 20-round capacity is available, with optional magazines that hold 30 or even 55. It's still mostly polymer, and the blowback system is straightforward, but the convenience factor is huge. Owners can stash it in a small bag or truck compartment, then swing it open and have a decent defensive or range gun. Kel-Tec isn't trying to battle high-end PCCs in the custom market. They wanted something that can ride in a backpack, sit next to a spare set of clothes, and still function when needed. People used to snicker about the flimsiness or the less-than-stellar aesthetics. Now, with an MSRP of $511 and that improved folding mechanism, it's come into its own. The new chambering also caught the attention of those who like the 5.7 round for varmints or home defense. It won't impress gun snobs who want perfect finish work, but it has a fun factor and a practical side that's hard to ignore. This rifle's previous generations were often relegated to range toy status. The Gen 3 gained more respect, and many who wrote it off have come around. Despite some lingering quirks, it's proven that Kel-Tec can take criticism, find solutions, and produce a user-friendly carbine that fits more roles than anyone guessed when it first hit the scene. The Springfield Hellion arrived with a fair amount of side-eye, another bullpup in a market crowded with them, and it came with a price that hovered around $2,000 or more. Early reviews focused on a trigger that felt chunky and a missing external bolt hold open that left some folks grumbling. Many assumed it would join the pile of bullpups that never managed to sway mainstream shooters. Then, folks took it out to the range and realized there was more going on here. It's based on the VHS-2 rifle from Croatia, a proven military gun used worldwide. Springfield brought this design to the civilian market with ambidextrous controls, flip-up sights, an adjustable gas system, and a short overall length that still allows for a 16-inch or longer barrel. Newer variants, especially those with 18 and 20-inch barrels, showed that a bullpup can handle extended shots if done properly. Users who doubted the Hellion soon discovered it's well-balanced, and they found themselves appreciating its modern touches like M-lock slots, AR-15 grip compatibility, and a unique 5-position adjustable stock. The trigger pull is heavier than you'd get from a match rifle, but once it was broken in, owners noted that it felt smoother than early rumors suggested. It also has a remarkable ability to stay maneuverable for close work. The top rail allows for various optics, and that short overall length keeps it from feeling unwieldy. With prices ranging from $1,999 to $2,031 depending on the configuration, it remains a higher-end option. Bullpup enthusiasts embraced it because it gave them real military pedigree in a compact package that can run supersonic or subsonic ammo just fine. Some folks laughed at it when it first showed up, but it's quickly become the choice for those who want a 5.56 bullpup with modern features. Its early critics discovered that, once you learn the manual of arms, it's quite functional. The Hellion might not replace everyone's favorite AR, but it's no longer just an odd curiosity. Today, it's widely regarded as an effective option for those who appreciate what a bullpup can bring to the table. The Palmetto State Armory Rock 5.7 arrived amid heavy skepticism. Cheap 5.7 pistol? That sounded questionable to folks who believed only FN or Ruger made worthy options in that caliber. A lot of seasoned shooters doubted PSA's manufacturing consistency and assumed it wouldn't hold up under serious use. But not too long after, opinions changed. This pistol brought the 5.7 by 28mm round into mainstream budgets, and it performed better than most critics ever predicted. It comes in a full-size or compact model, both operating on a delayed blowback system and shipping with optics-ready slides. The standard magazines hold 21 or 23 rounds, and the company sells them for around $20 each, which is unheard of for 5.7 mag prices. That alone caught attention. Some folks reported a stiff trigger at first, but after a few sessions, the pull becomes acceptable, even comparable to more expensive competition. Ergonomics also surprised many who tried it. The frame fits average hands well, and the grip angle feels natural for recoil management. Machining on the slide is cleaner than expected from a budget company, and the pistol runs reliably once broken in. Though certain internal parts might seem less robust than a top-tier brand, PSA has been quick to offer replacements and upgrades. People who never wanted to drop big money on a 5.7 found that the Rock gave them a chance to explore this lighter recoiling, high-velocity round. The initial MSRP of $499 for the compact version is still enticing for those who just want a fun range piece or a unique home defense option. Plenty of shooters admit they once viewed this pistol as a gimmick. They've changed their tune because it does exactly what it promises at a fair price. Some still question the polymer quality or the long-term wear, but the Rock 5.7 made its mark by letting thousands of budget-minded enthusiasts try a cartridge that used to be off-limits. That has definitely reshaped the 5.7 market. There was a time when Marlin's 336 name conjured disappointment. The brand had run into trouble under Remington ownership, and quality dipped. Rifles had crooked sights, rattling actions, and finishes that looked rough. Nostalgia wasn't enough to save the model from being viewed as a risk. After Ruger took over, new production 336 classics started showing up. Doubters remembered the Remlin era and assumed nothing good would come of it. Many were pleasantly surprised. These lever guns are now built in Mayodan, North Carolina, where improved machining and tight QC have made a difference. The 336 Classic returns with a 20.25-inch cold hammer-forged barrel, smooth cycling, and handsome walnut stocks. There's crisp checkering, a gold trigger, and a rubber butt pad. The rifle carries well, shoulders easily, and hits targets accurately. That alone changed minds in 2025 when folks realized this was no sloppy throwback. It's a legit 30-30 that handles modern loads and keeps a timeless aesthetic. Marlin's 336 has always been a handy brush gun for deer or hogs, and the updated version does exactly that. The side-loading gate, semi-buckhorn sights, and refined action gave it new life. Its 8-pound trigger is still heavier than some would like, but owners report it's workable for typical hunting distances. The $1,239 MSRP seems fair once you see the workmanship. The heft of the steel, the alignment of the receiver, and the overall finish are a huge step up from the final Remington batches. Lever-action fans embraced this revival, and novices curious about classic firearms also lined up. The 336 Classic meets the need for a reliable, nostalgic rifle that doesn't feel outdated. It's not trying to compete with polymer carbines or AR platforms. It's simply a refined version of a beloved design that had lost its way for a bit. Ruger's stewardship put the 336 Classic back on the map, and plenty of hunters have been happy to see that their favorite 30-30 is worthy of praise again. And last but not least, let's talk about Henry's Homesteader in 9mm. It was met with raised eyebrows because as a brand, Henry is known for lever guns that evoke the Old West. A semi-auto pistol-caliber carbine with walnut furniture and a ghost ring sight looked like an odd duck. Some early testers had reliability issues, which fueled the fire. Many wondered why anyone would pay $928 when cheaper 9mm carbines were out there. After more time on the range, that perspective shifted. This rifle blends Henry's classic styling with the practicality of 9mm. It ships with a 5 and 10 round mag, and optional adapters let you run Glock, SIG, or M&P magazines. The bolt handle can be swapped to either side, and the controls are designed for ease of use. Once people started shooting it, the recoil proved almost non-existent, and it exhibited reliable cycling with various ammo. The 16.37-inch barrel keeps it compact, and the sturdy walnut helps it balance well for offhand shots. It's not the cheapest PCC, and it lacks modern polymer flair. Fans of Henry's approach prefer the old-school vibe, and they appreciate that it's made in America with attention to detail. Some run it suppressed, and they report smooth operation with subsonic loads. It's handy for casual target shooting, ranch patrol, or home defense. The ghost ring sights are accurate at typical ranges, and the muzzle is threaded if you want to attach a muzzle device or suppressor. Those who disliked it early on have found themselves coming around once they fired a later production model. It's become a popular truck gun for folks who want wood and steel. The higher price might still bother some, but many owners view it as an investment in a well-made carbine that won't blend in with the usual polymer crowd. Henry's reputation for customer service also puts people at ease. The Homesteader's modest success in 2025 shows that there's room for a slightly old-fashioned style in the pistol-caliber carbine world. It may not have turned the industry on its head, but it definitely convinced plenty of skeptics to give it a shot. So there you have it, 6 guns that went from laughingstock to powerhouse in 2025. Some were mocked for their names, others for their bad rep or outdated looks, but each one redeemed itself the old-fashioned way, through performance, reliability, and user trust. Would you happen to own any of the firearms on this list? Let us know how you like it by sounding off below. And while you're at it, hit that like button, share this with your range buddies, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you never miss another video like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.